Hello, and welcome to another episode of Extinct Brits Originals. And for this very special episode, we'll be featuring the LEGO tutorial on our LEGO custom Titanis. So here's the kit bash of our Titanis. I am going to use the previous Force Reyes head for this one because it very much suits the overall size of this figure, but I used here the small Indominus Rex head, body, as well as some parts of it, and of course used some wirings for the arms as well. So this is a pretty unique terror bird. I actually created a list of other terror birds I wanted to do, including the first Reyes remake over here, which I'm actually doing alongside the Titanis, but that one, since we already had a video on that, we're not going to push through with creating it a full content. But we have here also a Galenken, Titanis over here. It has a different head sculpt to it compared to the other two terror birds. And I also have here the Gastornis. So these are things that you may probably see in the near future, guys, so watch out for it. So yeah, so moving back to our Titanis over here, I'm quite excited to already scope on this one because technically we're going to change the head as well. So yeah. Okay, so now it's time for us to do some, sculpting on this one. We'll be using equal parts of Pioneer non-sag epoxy A and B. We're going to mix them up together and create that clay material that we're going to use to fill up some of the gaps on our Titanis. Alright, so I'll be also using some primitive sculpting tools and yeah, so let's do it. And here's our Titanis so far after we have already sculpted. And I've added also some details of feathers here on the arms, as well as that on the back side of the creature. And yeah, all we have to do now is just paint on this one, and let's see how it turns out. Okay, so we have our Titanis here already primered up, and now it's ready for painting. So we have here water, different sizes of brushes, of course, and a bunch of acrylics over here, which we will be using to color this bad boy. Alright, so let's go ahead and paint this figure. Alright, so the first colors would be this mix of white and some bleached titanium, or unbleached titanium, and we're just going to paint it on strategic areas over here, such as that of some parts of the face, the neck, and the under side of the figure over here, and a little bit also on the arms. And we're just going to repeat the process until we have that particular opacity of the paint on the figure.
And here are the winners for Guesses PC contest. We have 10 lucky picks. Here they are: Sprawling Headed Dragon, Prehistoric Special, Kukaman, Gotcha Lock, Ellie Gerald Correa, Walking with Jurassic King, Elite Dark Speaker, Wolf Rocks, iTie Channel, Emperor of Toons and Beasts. Congratulations everyone, and for top 10 winners:
Top 10,
Rainzilla the Savior,
Top 9,
Harry Zapata,
Top 8,
Hidden MV,
Top 7,
User HE9CC,
Top 6,
Gabriel Elkins,
Top 5,
Bat,
Top 4,
Sinas Dregosaurus,
Top 3,
Prehistoric Life,
Top 2,
Colton Todd,
and
and
Top
Cretaceous
1.
Brits. Congratulations everyone, and I'll see you in the next Guesses PC contest. For those of you who'd like to join yours out, just click on the Extinct Brits icon and it will link you to the Extinct Brits homepage, and on page just click on the community link to see all our posts. And now on with the tutorial.
The next color would be this mixture of burnt sienna and
some raw sienna, and we're also adding some white on this one so that it won't be so dark when it's dry. And we're going to paint this on the long feathered sections of the picture. So that would involve, of course, the body, some parts of the thighs, and the upper sections of our arms here, or the wings. There are also sections of the neck that needed to be painted with this color, so we're also going to do that. Like so. Alright, so now that is already drying, we're going to paint the lower sections of the creature, basically the legs and the feet, with this gray color. Later we're going to add in some more details to it and a little bit of transition from grays to more flesh colors later on. And then to the grays that we had on earlier, we added some pinks to it, and we're going to apply this on the, what do you call those, the transition parts. It's as if, you know, in some ostriches you would see there is some molting to their feathers, and there are areas that become bald and the skin of the bird is actually showing. So that this is actually it. This is the same type of, you know, I guess coloration I'm going for when I'm actually, you know, thinking of, you know, probably we can have that in this particular bird. And since we're in the feet or leg area, might as well add in the details. So we're just putting in scales on our thoroughbred here. So very similar to how, you know, raptors or how I can capture scale legs. So we're just going to do the same here. Basically birds are, or dinosaurs, theropods in particular, are descendants of the birds, so might as well do that in this particular detailing. Now we will be texturizing the feathers on the creature. So we have here a fine brush, and using a lighter shade of brown to it, we're going to put on several stripes of feather-like details on the topmost portions of the creature. This is where, you know, probably the light would hit it, and it would look somehow that instead of just one black brown color, you'll see that, oh, there are actually light feathers going around the creature, and that is actually brought up by doing some of these details that we're you know, applying. Now we have here darker brown, and I'm going to provide some low lights into the figure so it somehow, you know, possesses that 3D light effect to it. Now be careful not to overdo this, because that would mean that, you know, it would look like a very dark, coloration to it. So just be mindful not to you know, overstreak on the darker lines, and just maintain it on the lower section. And you can just add some more if you feel like, you know, we're still lacking on some of the details. Like so. So I wanted to, you know, step up and add a little bit more realism on the creature. So using some pink, I'm dabbing in, you know, several dots
on the skin, this would create that, you know, chicken feel-like effect. I know it's a bit gross, but you know, it does have that, and I think that it would bring in some more, you know, menacing effect on the creature, especially that it has that, you know, gross feel to it. We're not gonna overdo it so that it's not, you know, so gonna gross you out, but yeah, so that's the details that I'm talking about. And now we reach the fun part of painting this figure. We're adding in details on the head, and in my reference, it has this black detailing on the eyes, and also some black, you know, feathers coming out off the white, you know, off the white background. So it creates that stunning feature of contrast between colors, and the blacks and the whites here, as you can see here, is already doing some impact to it, but we're going to add in some dimension to it later on when we add on the gray colors. So we have the feather details on the top of the head, and there will also be feather details just below where the neck meets the what do you call this, the body of the bird. So we are also painting the beak black, so it looks very menacing. The lower beak would have a yellowish color, but also would have streaks of black to it, so it would somehow tie up with the picture. And for the last of details, we have here some, what color is this again? This is raw sienna, and we're going to put on some details on the beak. So we're shying away by you know, not painting on the black colors because I don't want to paint them again, but here it is. Oopsie, it's not yet dry. Anyways, we're going to fix that. And we're also going to paint this side of the beak on the top most areas here, where the nostrils will be appearing. Like so. And then of course we're going to paint on the eyes, as well as some more shading on the neck, and that should be it. Again guys, that should be it for our the making video. Will be you'll see the final product on part 2 of the Titanis. And again, thank you guys for watching this video, and also please do not forget to support our other channels, JM Reyes, The Adventures of Moira and Asher, and Uncle Mike's Kitchen. And as we always would say, let your inner little bit roar. Thanks everyone, and bye. See you on part 2.